Welcome to the Boston Bruins News Channel. For all Boston Bruins fans, we're here to provide you with up-to-date and reliable first-hand information about the team. Our commitment is to bring only true and high-quality news to our followers. Stay on top of the latest and most updated news about the Boston Bruins, with daily publications here on the channel. Don't miss any details. Sign up now to stay up to date with everything happening in the Bruins world. Thank you for being part of our community. Boston Bruins goaltender Jeremy Swayman's officiating record numbers have been announced. Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman reported Friday that the Bruins posted $2 million, while Swayman posted $4.8 million. It makes sense that both sides would have varying numbers, and while there appears to be a significant gap between each party's demands, this is not abnormal. Jeremy Swayman and the Boston Bruins submitted their respective numbers for Swayman's upcoming arbitration case. The numbers differ drastically, but both sides will still aim to find common ground and solidify a deal. Amy Irvin / the Hockey Writers. When looking at comparable contracts that have been signed in recent years by players like Carter Hart, $3.97 million, Jake Oettinger, $4 million, and Spencer Knight, $4.5 million, Swayman's request really isn't unreasonable. His first 2 seasons and 88 regular season games saw the 24-year-old put up impressive peripherals, including a 2.24 goals against average record. He has been everything the Bruins could have hoped for and more as they drafted him in the 4th round of the 2017 NHL entry draft. Still, the Bruins are hard-pressed against the salary cap this offseason, with just under $5.5 million in available space. That's not even taking into account that the team already has a franchise netminder, Linus Ullmark, signed to a deal worth $5 million in each of the next 2 seasons. The Bruins would likely prefer a cheaper bridge option to Swayman for this trade before committing more money and a longer term to him once their salary cap issues go away and the cap generally goes up due to the expectation that the debt security deposit was paid. That, along with the fact that teams often settle somewhere in between the officiating filing numbers, will explain the clear low-ball number the Bruins sent to Swayman. Expecting Swayman to play for $2 million next season is unreasonable and unrealistic, but that's not the goal of that number for the team. Instead, it gave them a chance to likely find some common ground in the middle of the 2 numbers, though any such number is likely still closer to Swayman than the Bruins. That's to be expected, especially after Swayman tied for 4th best save percentage last season in the NHL with a .920 mark, tied with Connor Hellebuyck and behind only Ullmark, Philip Gustafsson and Ilya Sorokin. Bruins, considering future plans and current offseason decisions. The Bruins are in an awkward situation this offseason due to the total nature of their decision-making last season. This can be debated and discussed ad nauseum, but the decision was the right one as the Bruins finished with the best regular season record in NHL history. With the window closing on the core team and Patrice Bergeron announcing his retirement on Thursday, there would be more complaints about the Bruins choosing not to put their chips in mid-table than complaints about their current situation after the fact. That's why finding affordable deals for the 2023-24 season and, perhaps more importantly, deals that don't affect the team's long-term plans has been of utmost importance. Already leave your like in this video, because it is very important so that you don't miss any news from the Bruins, which we will post on this channel at any moment. Thank you. Continuing? That's why the Bruins must be careful with any and all transactions that occur, and finding the right number for Swayman, and eventually Trent Frederic, is a top priority for the team. While there may be debates over how to find a top center, the team is likely fine with their current situation going into next year as they look to be competitive. The time to retool the roster with a more solidified top pick will likely come in the upcoming offseason. This means that taking care of the remaining internal options should be the focus now. The Bruins and Swayman would love to strike a deal before their July 30th arbitration date. These meetings are not good for team-player relationships, and even if a deal is struck after the fact, sometimes the damage can be too much to overcome in the long run. This isn't always the case, But you'd expect players to feel slighted when a team is tasked with pointing out all the reasons why a player shouldn't be getting the money they think they deserve. Time will tell how that plays out, but both sides seem to want a new deal signed, and that's generally good news. It's wonderful to have you here. I am extremely happy with your presence and would love to hear your opinion in the comments, so that we can together expand our knowledge of Boston through this channel. Sharing knowledge is essential, so I would be very grateful if you would subscribe to our channel, allowing us to reach even more fans. With your help, I feel motivated to post videos daily and keep it constantly updated. By subscribing, you will receive notifications whenever a new video is published. Thank you immensely for your support.